Cancer, post-new moon in Cancer, because now the moon is in Leo. What is the opposite sign of Leo? I think that's why I wanted to do this tonight, because I'm feeling the opposite side of Leo energy. We have 3 more weeks of Cancer season. It's the end of June. Then we'll be in Leo season. So a lot of these opposite of Leo energies are getting ready to come in. What's the opposite of Leo? Aquarius. Why am I all dolled up today? Because Leos like to be dolled up, center of attention, celebrity status. And Aquarius is like the collective to be like that. Yes, so, and Aquarius is like to be unique. So while my nails are still looking crazy, I didn't put on a full makeup, but I put on a lip. Did my hair a little different. Wore silver and gold. I'm explaining the point of silver and gold by the time we get through this. Let me be quick. Let me not jibber jabber all day. And I felt like standing up because I'm going to talk with my hands and be kind of charismatic. But Pluto in Aquarius is coming sooner than you think. Okay. Pluto is a planet that was discovered in 1930, so a lot of people don't agree that Pluto is one of my planet rulers, one of them, because the junior version of Pluto, it's not the proper word calling it junior, but the junior version of Pluto is Mars, the other ruler of Scorpio. So, whether it was discovered in 1930 by non-astrologers, the energy still has been there before it was discovered. So let's end that conversation right now. Scorpio, y'all wish y'all had 2 planets that you could say are yours. Yes, and my Uranus is in Scorpio too. So Uranus is at its elevated state. I'm lost for words. I don't know why, because Mercury is in Taurus now. No, it's in Gemini going into Taurus later in like a week. So I should be speaking eloquently, but anyway, I'm gonna push through. So Pluto, again, is a planet of fear, power. It is all things Scorpio darkness, because it is the furthest out planet, which is why it was discovered so late. Y'all are late, not Pluto. And Pluto started in Capricorn, where it is right now. It's in the 28th degree of Capricorn. You know, the 29th degree is the last degree before they switch to a new sign. Whatever it's in, whatever house, whatever planet will switch to the next sign once it's after 29 degrees and 59 minutes. Long story short, Pluto's in retrograde. However, it moves so slow going direct. It moves slow going in retrograde too. So it's not gonna go too far. By March of 2023, yes. We're talking 9 months, y'all. 9 months? 6 months. 6 months? My 9 months. I was right the first time. We have 5 more months of 2022 and then 3 months into 2023. Y'all, I don't know what's going on. I'm not even high. Pluto will be in Aquarius by March 2023. Okay? We've been in Pluto and Capricorn since 2008. I have a Pluto in Libra at 15 degrees, so right in the smack of Pluto being in Libra was when I was born in 1977. So as you see, Pluto doesn't get that far, because after Libra it's Scorpio. Most of the millennials have Pluto in Scorpio. Then it's Pluto in Sagittarius. That's most of the Gen Zers, my oldest 2. And then now Pluto in Capricorn is what the Alpha generation has. So Pluto being the furthest planet along with Uranus and Neptune, those are the generational planets. That's what creates our generation. Aquarius is also a generational sign, or a collective sign, I'd rather say. These signs that are the planets that are closest to the sun, the planet Mars, Mercury, and Venus, are known as personal signs. Next is Jupiter and Saturn. They are personal, but also collective signs, because they take a little while longer. Saturn takes 2 years to go through a sign. Jupiter takes 1 year. Wherever the sun is, more than likely Mars, Mercury, and Venus are going to be close behind or to it. All right, so Pluto and Capricorn. What a mess it has been. We'll get into the history of other Plutos in Aquarius and Capricorn in a second. But Pluto and Capricorn, when we think of what's been going on since 2008, up until now, until we got 6 more months, 9 more months, why am I still saying that? And Pluto and Capricorn started out with the Obama administration. Let's just start there. Now, y'all know I'm a DJT fan, Trump all day. Trump is still in charge. But the Obama 8 years, if y'all don't recognize it, we didn't get nothing done but government rule, wars, steal the black communities down. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Pluto and Capricorn, of course, brought COVID. Hopefully I don't get put off for just saying that word once. Pluto and Capricorn brought Hiroshima. Bin Laden died during Pluto and Capricorn. What else can you think of? Leave it in the comments what you could think of that Pluto and Capricorn has brought struggle and strife. I can easily say that, you know, Capricorn being an earth sign, you want material, physical things, you want money, you want the finer things in life. I can easily say that we did get that. We did get our big tax cuts. Not. Let me take that back. The big corporations mainly got the biggest tax breaks, but we did get. I'm thinking because Pluto and Capricorn has been such a blur. Let's just be real. The last few years of Pluto and Capricorn in the most highest degrees. So the third realm, the degrees between 20 and 29, which has been like the last 5 years. Y'all hear 7. You want to knock me out through this whole conversation. All right, so the last 2 years of Pluto being in past 25 degrees has been HE double chopsticks. Okay, we had money with the stimulus checks. Now we're paying for them stimulus checks with gas and inflation and food and all those kind of things. So enough about that. Let's not dwell on the past. Now that we're in the cusp of Pluto going into Aquarius, let's talk about the potentials and powers of Pluto being in Aquarius very, very soon. 9 months to be exact. All right. I promised y'all the history, so let's go with, and Pluto takes 245 years to go through an entire zodiac. So from Aries to the end of Pisces. From Aries at 0 degrees to Pisces at 29 degrees and 59 minutes. It takes Pluto 245 to 250 years. Empires reconstruct, redo something with, and it's going to be big, with the switching, the shifting of Pluto going into new signs, okay? Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, so is Aquarius. So think of these energies. Saturn energies with Pluto. Mars currently is Mars is squaring, Mars is in Aries. Getting ready, it just left Aries, it's going into Taurus. And it was squaring Pluto because Mars was at the end of its degrees and Pluto was at the end of its degrees. Pluto retrograde. So why do you think we're having all these crazy wake-up calls right now? The gas, the inflation, the fight. It's Cancer season, so the fight with mothers and fathers, because the opposite of Cancer is Capricorn. We're getting ready to have the Capricorn full moon in 2 weeks. Just a lot of aggression. And when Mars finally moves into Taurus, that aggression will let up. So like I would say through this weekend, we're gonna have some big booms. And then Mars, because Mars is junior Pluto, and they are squaring, having conflict right now, some resolution will come once Mars moves into Taurus next week, right after July the 4th. Speaking of July the 4th, July the 4th, 1776, Pluto was in Capricorn. Pluto had its return in March because it was in Capricorn at 27 degrees. That is why you see all these corporations closing down. CEOs stepping down, government officials getting in trouble, government officials dying, government officials lying. Let's speak on Neptune really briefly. Neptune being enrolled in Pisces all through this time, most of the time, while Pluto's been in Capricorn. A sextile that really is compatible, but it could be the illusions on top of the things, the fear that Pluto is given. Pluto is giving big fear to humanity, but humanity's about to get it back. Wake-up calls. While we all are still dividing and finding our social groups, that's part of Aquarius too. Eventually, the potential of Pluto being in Aquarius will bring us back together. History. 1532 to 1552. I'm an American, an Indian American at that, Native Indigenous. What's called Aboriginal. I'm learning what that is. 1532 to 1552 is when England had their split from the Catholic Church, which was a big deal back then. I don't know anybody who was born in the 1500s, but definitely is a big deal. And then in 1777, when Pluto was in Aquarius back then, so that was the first time, or the known, since it's been like 500 years since the 1500s, that was the known second to last time that Pluto has been in Aquarius. Then in 1776, right after Pluto in Capricorn moved into Pluto in Aquarius after the birth of America. America will be 246 years old on Monday. One second. Neptune and Pisces energy is 10:41 at night. Why is my work phone ringing? Because it's telemarketers. And anyway, where was I? So the American Revolution is when America separated from England. So you see how the Roman Catholic Empire fell when England split from it. And then supposedly England fell, but it really didn't, because it's still kind of connected to the United States. That's another story for another day. But the French Revolution and the American Revolution were in 1776 during the Pluto Aquarius, the last time. Also, the Constitution was written in 1777 when Pluto was in Aquarius at its beginning. And what did it begin with? We the people. So Aquarius being a collective sign, all the collective signs, all the signs after Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Aquarius, Pisces. The first 6 signs, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, are personal signs, all about you. Aquarius and all the other signs is about the collective, okay? Aquarius is about humanitarian benefits. Aquarius is also about social groups. Nothing singular, more togetherness. Aquarius is about being rebels, which is why they had those revolutions and splits. Aquarius is about being innovative, which we're going to talk about the potentials in a second. And again, Pluto and Mars being alike, brothers, father and son. Mars being closer to the sun is the personal will, the power you already have, the power you have with self, your potential power, your potential self, which you can be if you apply yourself, because Mars is the action-taking planet. Pluto is the collective's power, the collective's potential. So, if Pluto being a collective planet and Aquarius being a collective sign can come together, humanity, it doesn't look like it now. Even I don't want to come back together with some people, but it's looking like it'll work out better for us if we do come together. And I did say that when we started dividing a total of 2 years ago. Off the Pluto and Capricorn BS. Now, is America following the Constitution? I'm sorry, I'm looking down. I have notes this time. Is America following the Constitution? Let me just pause and shout out Bracha Goldsmith, who calls herself not an Aboriginal, please correct me in the comments. You don't consider yourself any gender, any race. That's what it means. Please help me with the word. I also just want to throw this out here too. Shout out to my new boo, who also has considered herself as that. Yes, I said herself. But this is like not considering any genders anymore. Now remember, Aquarius is rebel energy. So whether I don't like or speak negatively about anybody of any race, any gender, any other genders, any sexuality and all that stuff, I repress some of mine, but I'm not doing it no more. And I've already done my duty here. I'm gonna keep doing other duties. But as far as creating, I've created 3 times, supposedly 6. Should have been 6. And I locked up shop, so I can't create no more. So therefore, I can do what I want to do now. And that is be with someone who is whatever the word is, child. So anyway, I appreciate her, and I'm gonna have her on very soon. All right, so does America need a revolution once again? So 1776, the entire colonization, rulers, leaders, the colonizers, made it clear to where they came from, because they are foreigners. I'm sorry, it's still in me, it's gonna take a minute. The descendants are not foreigners. How about that? All right, so do we need a revolution because Pluto and Scorpio kind of rule retrogrades or redoing things? The prefix re. Revolution has revise. Like, do we need to revise the Constitution because it's not being followed even by the government that swears upon it, the current government? Because the government back in 1777 had a plan for it to stay that way. So does it need to be revised, or do we need to follow it? Pluto in retrograde right now is showing us some things that need to be revised. Schools, how we eat, how we are judged. I could go on and on. So the wake-up calls of Pluto still being in Capricorn are preparing us for the big boom of innovative, rebellious, different energy that's coming in just 9 short months. My grandchild will be here right at the tail end of Pluto and Capricorn, so I'm gonna try to shield him or her from whatever is gonna be popping off in January. All right, so I didn't speak on Aquarius really quick. Aquarius, yes I did. I just wanted to add a few things. So Aquarius also deals with your nervous system, and it's an air sign, so it deals with how you communicate and your mental and all that. But Leo, the opposite, deals with your heart. Okay, so your nervous system can tend to make you think your mental of rebellious type of things to act on. Leo, the opposite, is being brave. So what does it mean to be a brave, innovative, whatever, rebellious human? Okay, this is what Aquarius is asking us, especially coming in with Pluto. Pluto is the actor, and Aquarius is his character. So Pluto, we know this actor is the brave type of actor. I'm sorry, the powerful type of actor, talking about Pluto characteristics. be intimidating because putting that fear in your heart. But then Aquarius is like, okay, how can you use that power and that intimidation for the greater of good? And then will we use any of these potentials that I'm getting ready to run through for the greater good? Because potentially it could be bad, potentially it could be good. The potentials. And then I wrote a list, so I'm gonna go quickly through it. So I said Pluto will be in Capricorn up until 2044, so around 2045, I forgot who the scientist was, but we're due to have singularity. Now remember, that'll be when Pluto is moved into Pisces. So Pisces kind of represents, you know, the unconscious and the subconscious. So your conscious is your conscious. So even though Pisces is a collective energy, maybe all of our consciouses at that point won't be so conscious. I'm not sure, because by then AI might be so conscious. Okay, again, Aquarius has to deal with mental, nervous systems. It also has to do with technology, the innovative part. So if we're being innovative, creating all these things, bringing out new things that have already been created but have not been brought out because it was for the greater of good for humanity, and Pluto and Capricorn doesn't want the greater of good of humanity and wants the control by the powers that be. So singularity, AI robots will be the conscious ones, possibly. Because again, we're asking ourselves, what do we want for the greater of good? We have to collectively do this. We're gonna let AIs run our life. The government's gonna fall, so they're not gonna run our lives too much longer. All right, or it's gonna be a smaller government. I'm thinking that too. Science and technology will grow. Med beds. I know y'all heard me talk about med beds. Those of you who are in rabbit holes, truthers, you know that the children that are being brought out from tunnels all over the world underground are using the med beds right now to bring them back to life. They're malnourished, a lot of things going on. As soon as they get through that, because we're talking about all over the world, millions of children and humans that have been trafficked, then the med beds will come available to us. Epigenetics, I'm not sure, I meant to look that up before I did this, so epigenetics is supposed to be big too. Alien disclosure. Those of us who believe in AI know that they're here, and we're just waiting on the government to throw this out. Maybe that'll be this weekend. It'll definitely be before March 2023. Or right, that might be the boom that sends us right into this Pluto and Aquarius. Free energy, thinking again of the greater good. They cannot control something that is free. Water flows free, all we gotta do is purify it. As well as if you're having big technology surges, then energy is definitely gonna be one. New ways to do energy, new ways to drive your car instead of using gas. I'm hearing from my son, who is a Neptune and Aquarius child, with Pluto and Sag. My son said that he's hearing stuff about water being able to be used in some cars. You know, they water it down anyway. We can't smell the gas anyway right now. So how y'all know it's not water? And water damn sure ain't $5 a gallon. It went up from like 69 cents to $1.19, but cheaper. Try it. I will. I'll let you know. All right. Solar flares. We've been having some solar flares reported already. The solar flares are going to be bigger. Pluto creates the it's not a metal, it might be a metal. Pluto creates plutonium. Uranus creates uranium. This can bring nuclear energy or power. It can also be radiation. Thinking again, what is going to be the greater good? So like when we go into Pluto and Aquarius, let's make a promise now to do what's best for the greater good. Pluto and Aquarius is also promising to get rid of financial fears, because that's the Capricorn energy. That's thinking we gotta work like slaves for little change while there's an inflation. And I know that's a lie. And I love people and I want to work with people for the greater good, but once the med beds drop, the people I work for are going to be good. All right, overall, great potentials of power for humans. Not going to look at the negative all the time. You know, being not a gender is not so bad. Because people can't judge you, can't talk about you, don't need to worry about you. You know, I think the pressure of that alone will end. Meaning, like, we would definitely fight for it to be not for the future of our country, meaning the children. And they don't really need to know that. It's not that we're going to stop y'all from doing what you want to do, me from doing what I want to do, but impressing it on the kids will fade fast too. Not going with the program altogether. Again, Aquarius, rebel energy. It's done. If you want to be controlled, you'll probably still be mentally in line with Pluto and Capricorn. But like I said 10 months ago when I was talking about the full moon in Aquarius, I had to look at it, and Lord, he could shout me out for it. She has an Aquarius moon, so I showed her the old video of me doing the full moon in Aquarius last August. What I said, and I remember saying this, I don't know why I had to look at it again. The new world will pull you out of the old world regardless of what you want to do. So even me speaking negatively or fearfully or against the innovation or the rise of humanity and however unique social groups want to be, all things Aquarius will end. I'm working on it now because all in all, there's really no energy for negativity. There's more energy for humanitarian causes that will rise. I want to heal people. I don't care if they love the same sex, don't call themselves the two sexes that we've been known, the two genders. Only thing I'm not gonna put up with is anything you do to the children. And that's it. And last but not least, financial fear. I already said that will fall. Humanity will work together, basically. And the reason I wore the silver and gold is because the dollar is going to fall too. Somehow finances are going to switch up. I've already seen new money, but I'm thinking it's going to be based on metals like silver and gold. So if you have it, you save it. Especially if it's real. All right, y'all. I had to stand up too because my little zipper is not working and I don't want to give y'all belly and boobs. But it's cute, right? I'm gonna start getting cute again. All right, y'all have a great last few hours in June. Happy birthday to one of my dear truther friends, Paul. Big 4-0 for P. My daughter's birthday's in 13 days. She'll be the big 10. Happy belated to my godson, Moses, on July the 24th. Bunch of kids' birthdays coming up. And shout out to all Cancers. Water signs unite. Peace, y'all. Love you. Out. Y'all, I meant to say there's going to be a part 2 because we can't just talk about a whole 20-something years of Pluto being Aquarius without touching a little bit more on things. So give me a week and I'll have it together for you. The Cam White version. And you know he's off the chain. He's Leo. So the opposite energy. All right, y'all. Peace.